To start the season, the Philadelphia 76ers have started with a 9-4 record, and Joel Embiid has started the year very strong. And this has led many people to believe that Joel could win both the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year award. So in today's video, I'll be discussing the chance of Joel winning the MVP and the outside factors of him winning the MVP. But before we get into the video, I ask you to drop a like on this video to help my channel grow because it only takes a second of your time. Subscribe to my channel to help me reach 700 subscribers before the end of January, and comment on this video to start a conversation with me because I respond to all of my comments. And play that intro. Everyone knows Philadelphia was very disappointing last season, with them finishing with the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference and getting swept in the playoffs with the crazy amount of talent that they had. And everyone knows with the amount of talent that they had, it was very disappointing. But this year, Philadelphia is a very different team than they were last season. And if Joel wants to win the MVP, he will need the Philadelphia 76ers to be a top 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. And I think there's a good chance that that could happen because Philadelphia could be a really good team, as this offseason they acquired shooters such as Danny Green and Seth Curry, who are players you can't leave open, which will lead to Joel Embiid getting less double teams. I also think the spacing will help Ben Simmons, and so far this year, Tobias Harris has been playing like an all-star, averaging 19 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, shooting 51% from the field and 45% from 3. And if he keeps playing like this, it could really help Philly maybe be a top 2 seed. And I think it's clear the 76ers have the talent to be a top 2 team in the East, and I honestly would predict them to, seeing as the Raptors have started with a 3-8 record, and I believe the Nets and Bucks will somewhat struggle and underperform since they will be attempting to integrate new pieces. And I honestly think Miami is a team built for the playoffs, not the regular season. And the Celtics will be missing Kemba Walker a bit longer. But even though I pointed out all the other teams' flaws, that doesn't mean Philly is a lock for a top 2 seed, since there is things that could hold Philly back from being a top 2 seed, such as Joel getting injured or maybe even Simmons getting hurt, as throughout both of their careers, they have been very injury prone. And in past years, Philly has disappointed, finishing lower in the conference than expected. So them finishing as a top 2 seed is not a guarantee. But I do think they are talented and capable of doing it, and if they are able to do it, I could really see Embiid being in the MVP conversation. A thing that Embiid has in his favor is that he is a very good defender and he's top 10 in the league, and that could lean into his favor, sort of how Giannis won the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year last season. Embiid could realistically win the Defensive Player of the Year since he is a defensive anchor who locks down the paint, and he's an above average center at guarding the perimeter. And the team around Embiid has enough defenders to be a top 3 team on defense, which does matter in the race. This year's MVP race will have many other candidates, from LeBron, who will be the best player on a top 2 team in the West, and he will definitely put up his usual MVP level numbers. Also, LeBron's teammate Anthony Davis has a good chance to win it, since he will be on a top 2 team in the West, and he is capable of putting MVP numbers even better than LeBron. And the reigning 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo will definitely be in the race, but I think voter fatigue will stop him from winning it. Steph Curry has a chance to win it, but I doubt he will lead his team to a top 3 seed in the West, and Kawhi will probably miss out on a lot of games. Damian Lillard and Nikola Jokic are dark horse contenders to win it, but I believe they have a chance. And the guy who I think will win it all, in Luka Doncic, has a very good chance to win it since he is capable of putting MVP numbers up and has a good chance of being a top 3 seed in the West. So right now, if I had to predict who is most likely to win the MVP, I would go with Luka, then LeBron, then Giannis, then Embiid, then Curry. So I think Embiid has a good chance, but I wouldn't predict him to win. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know who you think will win the MVP this year. Drop a like on this video to help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel to help me reach 700 subscribers before the end of January. And comment on this video to start a conversation with me because I respond to all of my comments. And I'm out.